Hi, I'm Luke Mardigan. This is Richard Shaw. We're co-authors of Exit Without Selling. And for the first time, we're going to show you behind the scenes, kind of take a peek at the wizard behind the curtain of exactly what makes Exit Without Selling such a powerful concept and how it's going to help you get free from the prison of success in your business.
Luke, I think the best way to illustrate this is with your story. You lived the Exit Without Selling journey. You were like case study zero for proving a lot of these principles in the raw, unprocessed way we did before we wrote the book together. So tell people a little bit where you were at when we first met each other and what the prison of success, as we call it, looked like in your business.
Yeah, I was killing it on the outside,
Mm.
right? And getting the awards, scaling my business, own an insurance agency. We're growing like crazy, got a big team. Alarms are going off. We're scaling like crazy. I got a big team. We're getting awards. Outwardly, everything was success, but it really was a prison. I'm working 60, 70 hours a week. I'm staying up till 1 or 2 in the morning to get work done that I can't get done during the day because I'm being interrupted so much by my team because they're so needy and dependent upon me.
Mm.
And I have you on my radio show and everything kind of changes. We grab lunch afterward. I tell you, I got it all handled.
Mm.
That's pretty much what I said.
Basically, I broke down for you what I saw.
Yeah.
And I was perceptive enough to be like, man, he's got a really confident persona and everybody thinks he's killing it. And he's dying, like on the inside. Like your family, in my mind, was at risk. Based on who you told me you wanted to be and what I saw, those things did not line up.
Yeah.
And so I called you on it, and you didn't take it super well. Like you were kind, but you basically were like, you're wrong and I got it.
Yep. Yeah. And the narrator in the background was like, and he in fact did not have it. and that was kind of, that little voice kind of creeped up on me. And if you finally gave me an offer I couldn't refuse. And we got in the room together.
Well, no. Let's be real clear. Because this is an important point.
Yeah.
I was so mad after that meeting because I was so frustrated. I saw your potential and I saw the path you were on. And I really liked who you were, right? Even back then, I could just tell you had like level 10 ability. And so what I did, sorry, Mom, if you're watching this, dude, I called you up and cussed you out.
You sure did. He said I'm full of SHIT because we don't want to get the expletive mark on this from Apple. He said I was full of SHIT and you're like, look, this is what I'm gonna do for you. And you gave me an offer I couldn't say no to.
Yeah.
And which I think our current offer is kind of like a mirror of that. It's kind of hard to say no to it. And I realized if that's what you're willing to offer me, then I'll sit down and I'll hear what you have to say. And 4 hours later, I'm sitting with my hands over my head going, I don't know how to do that. And I need your help. So help me. And you did. And I ended up engaging with the company. It was Unleashed CEO at the time, 4 or 5 different times with 4 or 5 different offerings. And by the end, I went from that burned out, working 50, 60, 70 hours a week, working until 1 or 2 in the morning, just to keep up with everything, to working 30 to 90 minutes a week. And lying to people that I'm working 3 or 4 hours a week because somehow that sounded better. People are like, oh, 3 or 4 hours a week, I believe that. But 30 to 90 minutes, they couldn't believe. And it's real. It was real. I was barely working. I got to the point where I'm chasing my wife around the house so much, she tells me, go get a life. And that's when the last time we sat down as consultant and client was me saying, what's the next step? And you gave me an Exit 2 vision, which was helping you co-author this book and be CEO of the company that runs the consulting offer that supports it. And now we're able to offer that to other people. And we really codified that journey that I went through of re-engaging you several times. And we've collapsed it down into a few hundred pages in a book and a consulting offer that delivers that same outlook and same outcome to people without having to do it 4 or 5 times over several years.
What I love about your story is that all the time we were mad scientists in the lab, we were also proving this with other clients.
Yeah.
And so it was this constant feedback loop of like testing something in the lab with you, taking it to the market with a broader group of people, and seeing the impact it made. And it was assembled piece by piece. Like so many of the things in the book, people tell us this all the time. They're like, I was really shocked by how tactically dense the book is. Like most books are not that way. It's kind of a fluff, there's like some nice concepts, but there's not really a lot of clarity around what do you actually do Monday morning to change the problem. And the reason it's so tactically dense is it was built in the trenches.
Yeah.
It's not ivory tower theory. It's not consultant speak. It's battle tested across really 250 plus clients that we worked with now, and all of that's been codified into the exit without selling process. So
it's chock full of case studies, right? So it's not just there's a lot of color commentary, but it's not just tactical concepts and color commentary. It's also real life stories of people who've lived the exit without selling journey.
Yeah.
And those are the parts that I really enjoy. And in the show, we're going to be sharing more behind the scenes stories of current clients and how they're executing their exit without selling journey. And that really is the look behind the curtain to see the wizard, and that it's not as daunting as it seems. It's real. It's not just some guy who did it once and wrote a book about it. This is happening in dozens and dozens of real business owners' lives. And we want to share those stories and also give people, close that gap between what they read in the book and how they do walk in Monday morning and actually execute this in their business. And that's what they're going to find out on this show.
Amen. All right. Join us on the journey. Leave a comment. If you like what you see, man, leave a review. And most importantly for you, get the book. We have the audiobook for free. You can also get the book on Amazon, which includes our full toolkit. Everything you need to take your first steps implementing each chapter is in that toolkit, 100% free to you when you get the book. And guys, share it. I know many of you listening to this, you already know 2, 3, 4, 5 other business owners who are in a well-paying prison. They are stuck in the prison of success too. This is a mission for us as much as it is a business. We're business owners too, but we really believe that, as we'll talk about in other episodes, the consequences of business owners not getting free and not passing the torch well to their team are catastrophic. And so join us in the mission, and join us for yourself, for your family, and for the people who care about you, for your community and your employees as well. So let's go.
Let's
You
go.
ready to go on the journey?
Yep. We'll see you in the show.
See you in the show.